So, like, for instance, if I say give,
Given your crime last time, right?
yeah,
Sorry? Yeah?
yeah,
Did you say you're vulnerable to autism?
yeah.
Um,
Like an example is if, say, I give like money to a homeless person, they they'll tell their friends, and then I'll end up with like a group of all of homeless people around me, and have like gave me coat and me umbrella away, and then I've went home with nothing. Like I've been in the shop to get stuff, and then I've ended up going home with no stuff from the shop, no coat and no umbrella, and I'm like, why is all that gone? And I don't understand why it's happened, because I don't think people would rob, because we're not meant to. So I'm quite literal that if we're not meant to do something, I don't think someone would just do that because we're not meant to. But because I can
yeah.
articulate very well, people overlook this nuance because I can clearly describe these things, so it doesn't look like there's a vulnerability there, but there is, because just because I can articulate it well, it doesn't. I don't present that I would be that way inclined, which seems,
I understand, but
yeah,
I understand. I also acknowledge that some disabilities are, so it's not
yeah.
visible. So I understand that. I appreciate that. Don't worry. Okay. Now I'm just figuring out. I controller is asking for a description of the suspect. You said he was a mixed race male, yeah?
Yeah, Tanned coloured skin.
Hello? Yeah, and anything else? Do you remember what he was wearing?
Um,
What was he wearing?
he had a pair of jeans on, dark jeans, a dark fitted coat, like,
Dark.
yeah, and a dark fitted coat, like puffer, but it wasn't big
Dark.
puffy, it was small.
Dark clothing, essentially, yeah?
Yeah,
Fine.
and a woolly hat, tight fitted again.
Um, Dark clothing, yeah, that's fine. That's fair. Fine. Okay, now I'm just going to take your details, okay? Can I have your last name?
Yeah, it's Mac, Ben Mac.
The reception is a bit poorly because of the you know, signal, sorry. What did you say your last name was? Could you spell that?
Mac, M-A-K, Ben Mac.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Sorry, I can't hear you. Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Sorry, what did you say your last name was?
Mac, Ben Mac,
Yeah. Yeah. Did you
Mac,
back? Spell that?
M-A-K,
Yeah. M-A-K. That's your last name, yeah? And your first name?
Ben,
What's your first name? Sorry, Ben, yeah?
Ben,
B-E-N, yeah. Date of birth, Ben?
9th of the 9th, 88.
90909 19.
88.
Hello? 1988, yeah. Sorry, just the reception is very poor. 1988, that's fine. Contact number is the same. And is it possible to ask for your home address, your postcode to begin with, please?
Yeah, W2 6AL.
Hello? Yeah. Whiskey 26 Alpha Lima, thank you. And what number will that be, sir?
1.
one
Yeah.
Porchester.
Square.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it flat one or is it just one Porchester?
Flat one.
Which one is it? Sorry. Are you saying yes to the flat one or are you just saying that one? Yeah. Is it flat A1?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes. Just one, yeah.
Sorry, did you just say just one? So it's one Porchester, not 1A.
1A, yeah.
Because there's two, with that postcode you provided, there's
Yeah, multiple.
1A, yeah. Flat A, one Porchester, fine. That's fine. Okay. So that will be all. Would you like to make a note of this log reference number, Ben?
Yeah.
Hello, Ben?
Yes, I
You there?
would.
Yeah. So so the number is 271
271. Yeah.
dash 14
Yeah.
01
Yeah.
24.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the log reference number, and hopefully someone should contact you related to that. And likewise, if you want to have an update, you can give us a ring back with this and quote this log reference number, okay?
Okay.
And one last thing, past and register control room, hopefully someone, I believe, could assess this and essentially, contact you, okay? And I'm so sorry this happened to you.
Okay.
Anything else to help with this all?
Yeah, I'd like the CCTV footage.
That's fine. Once our control assess everything, and hopefully they're going to make contact with you, and after liaising with you, they will, do the relevant things that need to be done. Okay?
I'm just worried that if this is not done now, then you're going to delete the footage because if nothing's reported within a certain time frame, footage gets deleted.
I'm aware of that. That's what I passed them for HR control room, okay? And they contact you. Actually, let me make a note. They're saying former is asking as they are conscious of CCTV footage being erased. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making a note of that. Okay, Ben. I've done that. That's fine. Anything I can help with, Ben, or no?
So who am I waiting to hear back from?
So you've come to the first contact center.
Yeah.
That would be us. And what we do is pass on information to our control room, okay? And that would be, FCRB, so that's our control room, the main one, you could say. And after that, they're going to assess your thing. And then, and like you did say earlier, of course, we do prioritize our crimes. I'm not saying yours is not serious, it's just like compared to a sexual assault or a rape,
I know I've been
should-
I know I've been sexually assaulted and an attempt to drown, and that got sidestepped as well.
I'm so sorry about that.
That's what I'm saying. I've been into a lot of unfortunate situations. I was attacked with 2 knives and locked in a bathroom. That also got sidestepped. I told you I'm very vulnerable because I don't know when people are being bad to me, and everyone I keep telling, keep sidestepping my situations because they think I'm stupid.
And you believe everyone is taking advantage of you?
Yeah,
And do you believe, you're not stupid, don't worry about that. And do you believe that you're being taken advantage of?
yeah.
Don't believe.
Because since
Yeah.
I got diagnosed, it's like I've realized that like that's what it is. Because I can't see anyone not having autism, this being okay. But if someone is, it's a vulnerability that can be used against the person. And I went to the police station and burst out crying because the police woman um asked me why I was trying to trying to protect the police. And I said, because I know that the system's really exhausted with stuff. And she told me to not think of what's happened to me as a person has not did their job, but look at the action that's happened that needs to be dealt with. And I started crying because I didn't understand that I was trying to protect the police from not doing something for me because I didn't want to get the police in trouble. But because her son had autism, she knew the traits that I was presenting because it didn't make sense that things had happened and I was trying to not get the police officer in trouble. And she said, don't think of it as a person, look at the action alone because you're attached to the person and you're thinking of them, not the action that's been done against you. And I just started crying because I didn't
Yeah.
understand. So that's why I know, because it's been like identified by a police officer.
Yeah. Okay, Ben. And I appreciate the call. And likewise, once again, I am very, very sorry that this happened to you and what you've been through. But I will get someone to have a look at this. Okay.
So, okay, so I understand, like you said, it gets put in priority
Hello.
order. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But because given over your circumstances, I will have someone contact you. Okay. Please contact woman. Okay. Hopefully, someone will be contacting you. Okay.
Okay, so hopefully, what does that mean?
Anything else I can help with, Ben, or is that all?
When you say hopefully, what does that mean?
Um, means that someone will contact you.
But we don't have a time.
Okay, just one second, so I'm just reading. No, yeah, basically, I don't have a time frame, sorry. Because I passed the information control room and I put high importance there and I've stated it's a vulnerable male and, yeah.
Do I get a copy of what's
Is there
been?
anything else I could do for you? So,
Can I get a copy of what's been reported? Because having to repeat this over and over again to every single person I come into contact with is
no,
very.
you don't. No, you don't have to repeat this. If you just state, like I stated to you,
I'm
I
telling
provide
you,
you with the log reference number.
when I
Yeah,
speak to my social worker, they ask me what's happened, and then I have to tell
yeah.
the GP, and then I have to tell my key worker, and then I have to tell my
I think it's
family.
exhaustive. I understand. So what I'm just saying to you is you have our log reference number. If you just say to them, this is our BCP log reference number, hopefully they could, speak from us.
But
And
what I'm
yeah,
saying to you is, I don't want to have to go through what I've just told you, but everyone's going to ask me. So that's why I'm saying, can I not get a copy so I can just hand it to them to not have to repeat myself?
let me see if that's possible. Okay, just bear with me. Just let me see if that's possible. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. So what I can do for you is if you want to request it, so you have to request for this log reference. So would you like to make a note of this email address?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's FOI, so Foxtrot Oscar India,
Yeah.
hyphen,
Yeah.
team, that's TEAM,
Yeah.
at BTP,
At BTP.
police,
Police.
police.uk.
Okay. And what do we have to do there?
Yeah, and if you you know in your subject heading, if you request if you import the number that I provided you with, which is 271, yeah, of today's date, and explain your situation just in your email, just you know, just give the nature of what I've been through. I'm a vulnerable adult, and hopefully they should, you know, see if it's feasible, really.
See if what's feasible. Tell them, repeat what I've just told you, which is the fear I'm facing, and tell them, can I have a copy of what was said?
Essentially, yeah.
But do you understand now why I'm getting it?
Okay.
But you get now why I'm getting it, because I've got to repeat to them everything that I've just told you, and it's hard to retain that information.
No, I understand. Don't worry. I understand. I understand. I understand. Yeah. You have to explain. It's fine. Okay. So is that all, Ben, or anything else to go with?
No, that's fine. So so the crime reference number, will that be after I've spoke to the police or what?
Yes, but like I said, it would go through the usual procedure. You've come to the first conference, so that's us. So we just take the brief information of what's going on, really, to understand the nature. After that, we pass that to our control room, and then they will find an officer, and then they will see CCTV, etc., and go through the procedure. Yeah. Okay.
So they'll get it, but I'm requesting it. I don't understand that.
Sorry?
Why will they get the CCTV
You're asking what's going to happen after this, right?
and you're telling me
No, because
you're telling me that they'll
Sorry?
speak to me, then request CCTV, but I'm saying to you, why are they getting the CCTV
So
when I'm
what's going to
requesting
happen
it?
is because the officer, sorry, and anything that you report has to be to a police officer. You can't just hand in the CCTV footage to a member of public.
You can, because it
You're
belongs
supposed
to
to.
me, because the CCTV
why?
footage is of me. So it's the rights are on mine. I own it. It's because it's of me.
I understand, but it's the train operating company that owns it essentially. So you have to speak to them really. We do not deal with the train operating companies. However, if you want to speak, that would be another way to go forward.
Okay, what's the contacts?
Okay,
what's the contacts for obtaining it, like you've just said?
So it would be the train operating company. So that would be, let me see, bring that up for you. Like I said, I believe they will direct you to us. So regardless, I'll provide.
But you said that they're the ones that give it out to you. So why would they send me back to you?
Because you have to go through our procedure of the report and then getting assigned an officer, and then they see footage. That's just how it is really. But it's fine. I'll give you the
Thank you.
operating company. You can try. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then you send the network card. Did you say you traveled with Avanti West Coast, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to make a note of this?
Yes, please.
034
Yeah.
55
Yeah.
28
Yeah.
0253.
0253.
Yeah, and that's the number for Avanti West Coast. You can try. Yeah, you can try giving them a call and ask for CCTV and see what they say. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
That's fine. Don't worry. And have a nice day.
Okay, bye now. Right, so this is just one incident that I'm having to deal with. And there is so much on that call that I didn't do because I am very versed with knowing what the response will be. And this is part of the problem. So they're telling me that I couldn't have that CCTV. I could have went on more about that. From what I understand with CCTV and data protection, because that footage is of me, it belongs to me. Any public space that takes footage of the person's that footage is and up to the person on how that's used. GDPR basic understanding is any information about you retained of you and used in regards to you. You have a right to know how it's being used, where it's being used, and what it's being used for. They are the data handlers and controllers of your information, but you have the right to know and or redact, stop, or request that data. They're telling me that's not the case, and it's got to go through a police officer who can get it when that footage doesn't belong to the police. Now, because it's involving a crime, I'll now research into what are the pragmatics around that. But regardless, it's still of me. Now, believe it or not, the criminal and the thief, he's also got rights. So his his identification needs protecting. Even though he's done something wrong, it doesn't obstruct or stop him having the rights that are available to all of us. Necessarily, they still have to be upheld, even though he's committed the crime, because it's not tit for tat. Oh, you've done that, you lose this. It has to go through a full judicial process and rationale to make them decisions, which is why we have Article 6 of the Human Rights Act, which is the right to a fair trial, because there are circumstantials that we need to know and don't know for what and why he has done that. We don't know whether he's got family held ransom and he's told to do this. We don't know if there's someone he was going to see who had something very valuable to him and he was getting told to do it otherwise. You just don't know. So when this happened to me, I didn't feel I was a little shocked for about 5 seconds. And then I was like, what did he need? What did this person want? They said sorry to me. So even if they hadn't, I still would have followed this thought process. So, and I can potentially assume that many would be straight away punishment, deserves whatever he's got coming to him that he gets, and blah blah blah. That's not ideal, and it's not of the best interest of anyone, because it's not about punishing people for doing wrong. It's about uncovering, for me, in my sense of justice, understanding the what to why these things are happening, not straight away the why this has happened, because that comes with blame, and the what opens up a different conversation of looking at the elements to why things happen in terms of what's took place to get us there. Because I don't think anyone fell out the womb and was like, I'm gonna steal bags when I get to a certain age. And I think the context of a lot of things is missing and is just perpetuating these systemic missteps and injustices. So although it looks like that I'm always going through bad things, technically it's like I love life and I don't think the world's a bad place. I think there's functions in it that aren't making the world a better or more helpful place. It's actually making things more construed, because there's a lack of comprehension to a lot of things, especially with the system. And I'm hoping, because of how I see things, I can unpick these things and hopefully it'll follow suit and it can make things better for everyone, because I've got a helicopter view of what's going on, which I can prove and I have proven. And knowing different segments of all these different industries and departments that I'm dealing with, I've exhaustively researched them to know the fundamentals of these places. Passed the criteria for City Council independent scrutineer for adults and children's services. So that role basically was about being a partner to partners, like a middleman, to understand the roles of all these functions and be able to deliver where and what is not or is going well, and to scrutinize, like as a firm friend, for better practices, not to judge and not to be subjective, but be impartial. And I've been training myself to be like that more and more every challenge I come into contact with, because I'm not getting the help that I need from the system. And that's why I didn't call the police, because of all the reasons of knowing the exhaustive process. Because now what's happened is I've reported it, and it's just going to get, from what I have experienced and how he was portraying it, put in line with things like rape, sexual assault, and so on. When, as a matter of fact, I have been subject to that cluster of offence, and it still got sidestepped. Them incidences that I reported got classed as a common assault, and the case got closed before I even knew it was even closed. I didn't get interviewed properly. No one come to see me. I was left for 12 hours soaking wet with no shoes or footwear on, and soaking wet. I had to get the train home like that. And that's still ongoing, because when I started to learn about the law, I was like, that's not right. And when I took it to complaints said that there was no issues found. What they were actually looking at was the complaint process, not the incident, which is shocking. It's like, what's the point in that process then if you're not going to look at the incident that there's an issue with? They were looking at the complaint process being followed, not the actual complaint. It's complicated for some, and is actually, but I see it very clearly, and I see the order, and it's brought my life to a halt, and it's impacted everything, and I've lost everything, but I haven't lost my commitment to it being done lawfully and in the best interest of the parties that need the interests bestly met. So I hope this brings some understanding to what is going on and why I've been off the scene, because this keeps happening to me and I'm not getting the support of anybody that I need. Even close loved ones, they just have run a mile from me because they can't deal with it, which I understand it's not nice, but they're going to want it when they need it, when things are happening to them, which it is. But they haven't got the energy, the knowledge or the skill to deal with it. So it's a very lonesome journey. No one wants to listen to you, but everyone's got a problem. And the only thing that seems to be carried through are the consequences and punishments to those, by those following procedures that they only know rather than what they should know. So let's hope for progress. And now I'm going to have to bring this into public awareness, because it's just too much stuff. It's like I'm being literally isolated into a corner that no one's hearing what's going on because they can't hear what I'm saying. So I'm just going to have to break each module down of what's going on and show you, and hopefully you can understand and back or support what I'm doing to get it to the right people, so things can be done more equitably for everybody's best interest, not just my own, but for yours. Because if someone robs your mum's house or your dad's house or your house, or you get mugged, you want to be dealt with fairly. And if we don't bring this up to light, then I can tell you now, expect to be upset and let down when the system that's supposed to be there for you works against you. So part one of many parts to come. So I just hope that this makes sense and people can start to come together and we all work more effectively as a community.